was something going on when I was leaving.
My name is Daisy. I directed Twelfth Night. Thank you for coming. This is the final show that will ever be in this black box. Ever. But also this will be DRMAT's final show for the year. Every year DRMAT puts on a two-term Shakespeare show. Last year we did Midsummer, the year before we did Empty. So this is a big tradition, and thank you all for being a part of it. Our cast is Emmeline Scales, Colin Bernay, Teddy Scott, Anna Clark, Santiago Adams, Jillian Alou, Ruby DiCarlo, Eugene Hu, Jack Stewart, Jackie Bird, Mo Hanley, Samson DeBay, and Paolo Perez-Glassner. This show is produced by Nat Love. We only had 4 channels to work with because the theater is falling apart, and she managed to light a whole show with that, so we're very thankful. Stage managed by Maggie Wainwright, ASM'd by Ella Fishman. Special thanks to her dad because he loves Susie's drum. And yes, as you see in the program, this show is dedicated to Lori Winter. So please, she's our advisor. She's been our advocate and the first really voice that we've had for this club that's been really fighting for us. There will be a 5-minute intermission. I think that's it. Round of applause. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Music be the food of love, play on. To be excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. Strain again, at a dying fall. Came on my ear like a sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough, no more. It's not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, quick and fresh art thou, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the seed, not enters there. Of what validity pitch soar, but falls into abatement and low price, even in the mint. So full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go, my lord?
What curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. When mine eyes did see Olivia first, me thought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant I was turned into a hart. My desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursued me. Oh no, what news of her?
So please, my lord, I might have to be admitted. But from her handmaid you return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years of heat, shall not behold her face in ample view. Like a cloister she will veil and walk. For water once a day her chamber round, with eye offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she should keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
She that hath a heart of this fine frame, knit instead of love but to a brother, how will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled their sweet perfections with one self-king. Away before me to beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich in canopies of bowers.
What country, friend, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, Sue?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
And to comfort you a chance, I do assure you, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teaching him the practice, to a mast which lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority, the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And is so now, was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence. Then 'twas fresh and murmur, as you know, what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since. Then leaving her into the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, and for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the sighted company of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be so delivered to the world till I had made mine own king bellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass. She will accept no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, captain, and though that nature with the beauteous wall doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as an eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap, to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus. I'm sure Paris and enemy no like.
I've been told, Sir John, he was coming earlier in the night. Your niece, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours.
Why let her accept before accepted?
Aye, but you must confine yourself to your modest limits of order.
Confined? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes gonna drink in, so these boots too. And if they be not, let them hang themselves by their own straps.
Quaffing and drinking will undo you. Heard my lady talk of it, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night to be her ruler.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguchi?
Ivy?
Why, he's as tall a man as any Illyria.
And what's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats a year.
I he'll have but a year in all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Finally, you say so of him. He plays all the Barodic envoys and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word without book, and all the good gifts of nature.
Indeed, almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's also a great quarreler. And but that he hath the gift of coward to allay the gust yapping quarreling, his sooner thought him only prudent. He would have the gift of brave.
By this hand they are scoundrels and subtractors to say so of him. Who are they, huh?
David, and moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
We're drinking health to my niece. I'll drink to her so long as there's passage in my throat and drink it Illyria. He's a coward and a courser who will not drink to us until his brain turns on his toe like a potter's top. What witch? Castellano Vogo, here comes Sir Andrew. Oh, how now, Sir Sir Andrew.
Bless you, very true.
And you, sir?
Costa, Andrew. Costa.
What's that?
My niece is chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, sir. A cost is a fronter, border, a sailor.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of Accost?
Very well, gentlemen.
And you part so, fair mistress. I would I might never draw swords again. Lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Mary, but you shall have, and kiss my hands.
Pray you, sir, thought is free. Bring your hand to the buttery.
What for, sweetheart? What you running for?
It's dry, sir.
I think so. I'm not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
Dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Very, sir, I had them at my fingers' ends. But now I let go your hand. I bear it.
Now that's a couple of canary nights. When did I see thee so put down?
Oh, never in your life, I think, unless you see canary to put me down. You know, you think sometimes I've no more than a
Christian.
an ordinary man has.
No question.
But I'm a great eater of beef, and I feel it does harm to my bones.
That's
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do? Not do? I would have bestowed time in tongues that I had in dancing, fencing, bear baiting. Oh! And I but followed the arts.
Why, thou hadst had an excellent head of hair.
Why would that have been in my hair?
Well, fast question, for you see, we're not curl by nature.
It comes in well enough, does it not?
Well, actually, it hangs like flax on this. I did see a housewife taking between the legs and spin it off.
I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece shall not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Count himself hear her by whisper.
Oh, she'll none of the count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor weight. I've heard her swear it. It's life in that.
I'll stay among fauna. You know, I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these cake shows these night?
Oh, as good as any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters, but you can't really compare to an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galleon knight?
Faith, how can you cut a caper?
I can cut them unto it.
And I have the back trick down simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore these things hid? Wherefore these gifts to have a curtain upon them? Are they like to take dust like Mr. Small's picture? Why dost thou not go to church in the Toronto and come home in the galleon? My very water be achieved. I will not so much as make water, but in the single place with it. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed in the star of a galleon.
Aye, it is strong. It is indifferent well in a dun-colored sock. Shall we set about some revels?
Oh, so we do not, so we're not born on a Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and Mars.
Oh, no, sorry, it's legs and arms. Oh, let me see the camera. Yes, I am. Yes, excellent.
If the Duke continue these favors towards Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, miss, in his favors?
No. Believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
So, Cesario, ho.
On your attendance, my lord. Here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book given of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Stand at her doors, be not denied access, and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as bespoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
See, I do speak with her, my lord, but then,
And unfold the passion of my love. Surprise you with discourse of my dear faith. It will become thee well to act my woes. She will tend thee better in thy youth than in Nuncio's a more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie thy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, all the semblance of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 of you attend them, all if you will, for I myself am best when in least company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord who call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. That martial strife. Whoe'er I may woo myself would be his wife.
world need fear no colors.
That good.
She shall see none to fear.
The Lenten answer. And tell thee where that saying was born of, I fear no colors.
Where the mistress Mary.
In the wars. And may you be so bold as to say that mere foolery.
Will God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
It will be hanged for being so long absent. Or turned away. That might be good as hanging to one of you.
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for the turning away let summer bear it out.
You're resolute then?
Not so neither, but I'm resolved on 2 points.
That is,
One break and the other hold. Your Gaskins act in good faith, very apt. We'll go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou art a witty abuse of youth left as any millionaire. Peace you wrote. No more of that.
my lady's coming. Make good excuses wisely your best.
Wit and be thy will. Put me in good food. Those wits that think they have thee do oft pass for fools, and I that am sure lack thee do oft pass for a wise man. For what says Queen of Palace? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady. Take the fool away. Did you not hear? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll have no more of you. Besides, you broke dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel lament. Forbid the dry fool drink, she's going to try. Bid the dishonest man mend himself, if he then he's only dishonest. If not, with debauchery mended. Anything that's but mended's patch, virtue that transgressed is patched with sin. Sin that is mended is patched with virtue. If this simple syllogism will not serve, so. If not, what remedy? There's no shoe coupled but calamitous of piece of flower. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take away the lady!
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprison in the highest degree! Lady Coculus non facit monocum. That's as much to say as I will not wear motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Take your proof.
I must catechize you for it. Good mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think your brother's soul is in hell, good Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, mourning your brother's death, being in heaven, take away the fool!
What thinkest thou of this Malvolio? Doth he not bend?
Yes, and shall due to the pangs of death do shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmary for the more increasing your folly. Sir Toby will not swear that I am no fox, if he will not swear in 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw her put down the other day by an ordinary fool that hath no more brain than a stone. Look you now, she's out of her guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to her, she is gagged. I protest I take these wise men that crow so at such set kind of fools no better than the fool zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and free of disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in a loud fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Mercury do thee policing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at your gate a gentleman who much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. He's
Young and fairly well attended.
Move my people hold him in delay.
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be from the Count, I am sick, or not at home. What do you have to dismiss it? Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoken for us as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull jumped out crammed with brains, or here he comes, one of thy kin has the most weak, be a victor.
Half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
There's a gentleman here. Oh, there. Plague of these pickle area. How now, salt?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin. Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery! This one of the gates.
I'm Mary, what is he?
Let it be the devil any will, I cannot. Give me face here.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a fool, a drunk man, and a madman. The first one drawn up a heap, fools him. The second mads him, and the third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner, and let him sit on my cuz, for he is in the 3rd degree of drink. He is drowned. Go look after him.
He is mad yet, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madame, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He takes it upon him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were sick. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too and therefore comes to speak with you. What should be said to him, lady? He's forfeited against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so. And he says he'll stand there like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what years and personage is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy, as a squash is before 'tis a peas cod, or a codling is before 'tis an apple. It is within him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well-favored and speaks rather shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarcely out of him.
Let him approach. Call him my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady call.
Bring me my veil, throw it over my face. We will once more hear Count Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I will answer for her.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me quickly the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to contemplate. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can answer little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No! My profound heart! And yet, by the very things of Millis, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what's important in it, and forgive you the praise.
Alas, I have taken pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is more the like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed you to approach to wonder at you rather than to hear you. If you have reason, be brief. If you are mad, be gone. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? There lies her way.
No, good swabber. I'm here to hold a little longer. Some modification for your giant. Sweet lady,
Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Surely the matter of it must be so hideous when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone, we will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text? much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
Oh, in his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I've heard it, and it is hearsay. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Do you have permission from your lord to negotiate with my face? We're now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and let you see the picture. Look you here, sir. Such a one as I was this present. Is not well done.
Excellently done. If God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, it will endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the coolest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no poppy.
No, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item, 2 lips indifferent red, item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item, 1 neck, 1 chin, so on. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. If you are the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense, though you are proud and have known that I am beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears with groans that thunder love with sighs of fire.
Your lord does not know my mind. I cannot love him. Though I know him noble, supposed and virtuous, of great estate, of fresh and stainless beauty, and in voices free and valiant and well divulged, and in all shape and dimension, a gracious person. Yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense, I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do so much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get me to your lord. I cannot love him. Ask him to send no more. Unless, perchance, he were to come to me again and tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart of such flame that you shall love. And let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Oh. Above my fortunes, yet my estate is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy lips, thy actions, and thy spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast, soft, soft. Unless the master or the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections creep in into my eyes with an invisible and subtle stealth. Well, let it be. How now, my Volio?
Madame! At your service.
Run after that same huge messenger, the Count's man. He left this ring with him. Would I or not, tell him I'll have none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold up his hopes. I am not for him. If he come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. I thee, Malvolio.
Madame. I will.
I do I know not what, nor fear to find, mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and we will so.
not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir. My permanent voyage is mere extravagancy, but I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I call Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you've heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. The heavens have been pleased when we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir. Though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, kind Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill whom you have recovered, desire it not. Farewell at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more, mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, lest I should shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so. The danger shall some sport, and I will go.
Were you even now the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir? On a moderate pace, I have since arrived with hither.
She returns this ring to you. You may have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you are to put your lord in a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come again in his affairs unless it to be a report, his taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and it is her will that it be so returned. If it be worth giving for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have now charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring? Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false women to wax in hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. If such as we are made of, such we be. How can this fudge? And our master loves her dearly, and I, a monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard enough for me to untie.
Sir Andrew. Not to be after midnight is to be advertised. And, lucro sugere thou knowst,
Nay, by my troth, I know not. When I know to be up late, just to be up late. Toby.
False conclusion. Oh, I hate this unfilled cabinet. See, to be after midnight and to go to bed then is early, so that to go to bed to midnight is to go to bed at times. Does not lie not consist of the four elements?
So they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Good God, thou art scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Mariah, I say, a sip of wine.
And here comes the full of faith.
How now, my hearts? Did you notice the picture? Leave for 3.
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
By my troth, this fool has an excellent breast. I got than 40 shillings. I had so sweet a leg, so sweet a breast to sing with as this fool has.
Come, here's a sixpence for you. Now let's have a song.
He's a testament with me too. If a knight
Would you have a love song or song of good life?
Ah, love song. Love song.
Sit up!
I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you going? Come stay in here, your true love is coming. I can sing both high and low. With no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys end in lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
Excellent. Good. Faith.
What is love? 'Tis my hereafter. Present mirth had, present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In the lake, there lies the plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and plenty. Youth's a star, will not endure.
Oh, a mellifluous voice, and I am a true knight.
Contagious breath.
Oh, so sweet and contagious.
To hear it by the nose, it is dust and a contagion. But shall we have the welcome dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl with such a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 lever? Shall we do that?
You love me so, let's do it. I'm a dog at a catch.
Fire and some dogs will catch it well.
Very good. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thy knave. I shall be constrained in it to call thee a knave, right?
It's not the first time I was constrained to call thee a knave. Begin, fool. Begins. Hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace. Hold thy peace, thy knave. Hold thy peace, thy knave.
Hold that piece, thy name. Hold that piece, thy name. Hold that piece, thy name. Hold that piece, thy name.
My lady has not called the pursuer Malvolio, and they can turn you out of doors. Never trust me.
Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood?
Just shoot me besides the admirable fool.
He disposed, and so do I. He does it with more grace, but I do it more natural.
On the 12th day of December.
Peace.
What masters, are you mad? What are you? Have you no wit, honesty, or honor but to gabble like tinkerers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house, that you squeak in your coziers kept without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Have you no respect for places, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir. In our catches, snack
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself in your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it should please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, my heart, since I must needs be gone.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
Is it even so?
But I will never die.
Since I'll be there, you lie.
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir? Thou liest. Art thou more than a steward? Is thou a thing because thou art virtuous that there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. A sip of wine, Maria!
Mistress Mary, if you did prize my lady's favor as anything more than contempt, you should not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know that by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
For a good deed is to drink when a man's hungry, than to challenge in the field and then break promise with him, thus make a fool of him.
Go, knight, I'll write thee a challenge. Or deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Oh, sweet Sir Toby, patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Countess was today in some commerce, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a neighbor and make him a common recreation, do not think I have ridden out to lie straight in my own. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Tell us something of him.
Mary, sir, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason. I have reason to be.
The devil of Puritan that he is. Or anything constantly but a time pleaser. An affectionate ass that cons state without look and utters it by great squalls. The best persuaded with himself. So crammed as he thinks with excellencies, but it is his ground of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him shall my revenge take no equal cause to bear.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he will find himself most feelingly personated. I can write it very much like my lady. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
Oh, I have it in my nose too.
He shall think by the letters that thou would drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
Yes, my purpose is indeed a that color.
And your horse would serve to make him an ass. Twill be admirable.
Sport loyal, I warrant you. I know my physical worth. I will plant you two and let the fool make a third where we shall find the letter. Observe his construction for tonight. Bet and dream upon the event.
Good night, and this way.
For me. She's a good one.
Whew, she's a veiled true-bred and one that adores me. What of that, huh?
I was adored once too.
Let us to bed, knight. Thou hast need sent for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
I send thee for more money, knight. If thou hast enough by the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it as you will.
How the worst of say. It's good to go to bed now. Come, knight.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. A bit Cesario, but that piece of song we heard last night, that old antique song, I thought it did relieve my passion much more than light airs and recollected terms of these most fast and giddy-paced times. How about one verse?
She's not here that should sing it.
What was it?
I say the jest, my lord. She's a fool the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. She's about the house.
Seek her out and play the tune the while. Hey there, boy. If ever thou shalt love and the sweet pangs of it remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all emotions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. I'd also like this tune.
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is thrown.
Thou speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, and I had stayed upon some creature that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion?
She's not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. But still the woman taken elder than himself, so wears she to him, so sways she level on her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost in mourn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Well, then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affection cannot hold the bend. For women are as roses, whose fair flower once displayed doth fall the very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Fellow, come, one verse, that song we heard last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids who weave their thread with bones we used to chant it. The silly smooth and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old days.
Are you ready, sir?
Not ready. Sing.
Come away, love, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, love. I am slain by a fair cruel maid. Not a flower sweet. On my black coffin let it be strewn. Not a friend free. My poor corpse where my bones are thrown. 1,000 sighs to say, lay me away. Sad true lover, never find my grave to return.
Here's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing.
Take thy pleasure then.
Pleasure will be paid. One way or another.
Let all the rest take place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty, and tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that nature hath bestowed upon her, tell her, I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that pranks her in attracts my soul.
What if she cannot love you, sir?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a thing of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, let woman's love be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but of the palate that suffers surfeit, clement, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can owe me, and that I owe Olivia.
I
What dost thou know?
too well that love women to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's your history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined and thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died she of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet, I know not. Sir! Sir! Shall I do this, lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel, say. My love makes no place, fights no denay.
Come thy way, Signora Fabia. Wouldst thou not be glad to have the miserly, rascally sheep rider come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
Oh, with his anger, we'll have the bear again. And we'll forgive. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not as pity of our lives.
Ah, here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get you all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down the walk. He's been yonder in the sun this half hour practicing behaviors to his own shadow. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. What was in the name of jesting? But here comes the trap that must be caught with tickling.
Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once did say that she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near, that if she were to fancy it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she treats me with more exalted respect than any who serve her. What should I think of it?
Oh, here's an overweening rogue.
For peace, contemplation makes a rare turkey cock.
We just some years of gas blue.
I can still beat her up.
To be Count Malvolio.
Oh, pistol.
There is example for it. The lady of the starchy did marry the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel.
Oh, peace.
Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, calling my officers around me in my branched velvet gown, having just come from a daybed where I left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby. 7 of my people with an obedient stock set out for him. I frowned the while, and perhaps wind up my watch or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this hell live?
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control, saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, do give me this prerogative of speech.
Patience, or we break the seals of our plot.
You must amend your drunkenness!
Oh, scum!
Besides, you spend the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
All I knew was I would you told me a fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin and the spirit intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very ends, her C's, her T's, her U's, and thus makes she her great deeds. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, her N's, her T's. Why is that?
To my unknown beloved this, and my good wishes, her very phrases. By your leave wax, soft, soft! And the impression of her Lucrece, with which he uses this seal, 'tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know? What follows? No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio,
Mary, hang thee, broth.
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with blood the stroke my heart doth gore, M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fusty riddle.
Oh, excellent wench there.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. But first, let me see, let me see, let me see!
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
Oh, and what wing the spaniel checks at?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, there's no obstruction in this. That's evident to any formal capacity. But the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? If I can make that resemble something in me, softly. M-O-A-I.
Did I not say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
M-O-A-I. Simulation is not to the former, but yet to crush this a little, it should bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. So, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. To inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, but thy tongue-tang arguments of state. Put thyself in the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee, that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champion discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point of eyes the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did command my yellow stockings as a gift. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction, drives me to the habits of her liking. I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be stout, strange, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here yet lies a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore my present still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do all that thou wilt have me.
I will not use my portable sword for a pension of thousands to be paid for Sophie.
I can marry this wench for this device.
No, so could I too.
And that's no other dowry with her but such another chance.
Nor I neither.
Oh, here comes the noble gold catcher.
What? How has been in such a dream that when he enters the basement, he must run mad? Oh, like half of V-Town, a midwife.
If you will see the fruit of this sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings and color she adores, and cross-garter, a fashion she detests, and he will smile on her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being into a melancholy as she is, that it cannot return into a notable contempt. And you will see him follow me.
To the gates of Tara, thou most excellent devil of wit! I'll make one too.
Save me, friend, in thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayst say, the king lies by a beggar if a beggar dwell near him, or the church stands by thy tabor if thy tabor stand by the church.
Ah, you have set to see this age. A good sentence is but a shriveled glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. Nay, that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton. Are not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she is married. For fools are to husbands as pilchards are to herring. The husband's the bigger. I'm not her fool, but more indeed her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more of you. Oh, there's expenses for thee.
Now Jove in his next commodity of hair shall send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee I am almost sick for one. For I would not have it round my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would a pair of these not have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
Then I should play the Lord Pandarus of Phrygia to bring a crescent up to this Troilus.
I understand you, ma'am. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great. Sir, begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within. I will consider her whence you come. But what you are or what you would are out of my welcome. I would say element, but the word is overborn.
This woman is wise enough to play the fool, and to do so well craves a kind of wit. She must observe the mood on whom she jests, the quality of the persons and the time, and like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before her eye. 'Tis a practice that requires as much labor as a wise man's art. For folly that she wisely shows is fit, but wise men folly fall and quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope you are, for I am yours too.
Will you encounter the house my niece is desirous that you should enter?
I am bound to your niece. I mean, she's the least of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them in the motion.
My legs do better understand me than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir. To enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
This youth's a rare courtier, rain odors on you.
Oh, my matter hath no voice, but your own most pregnant and vouchsafe ear.
Odors, fragrance, vouchsafe ear.
Nothing.
All we already.
Garden door be shut and lift me here my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. You're from the Count Orsino youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, I would they were blank rather than filled with me.
I come to utter gentle thoughts on his behalf. Madam!
Oh, by your leave, I pray you. I bid you never speak of him again. But would you undertake another seat? I would rather hear you to solicit that than music from spheres.
Dear lady,
Give me leave, I beseech you. I did send since your last enchantment here a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you? Under your hard construction must I sit to force that on you with such shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. But when to think, have you not set my honored stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? Cypress not a bosom hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not oblige, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why, then methinks it's time to smile again. O world, how ups the poor are to be proud. If one should be prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with a waste of time. Fear not, dear youth, I shall not have you. And yet, when wit and youth come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward home. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Feel nothing, madam, my lord by me?
Ah! Stay, I pray you.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If you think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
How would you were as I would have you be?
Would it be better, madam, that I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, it's a deal of scorn that's beautiful, and the contempt and anger on his lip. A murderous guilt shows itself not more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of spring, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that maugre all pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. But rather reason thus, with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so, good madam, adieu. tears to you the floor.
Make come again tomorrow, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now pours to like his love.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece bestow more favors upon the Count's servant than ever did she bestow upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee, the wild old boy? Tell me
As
that.
plain as you see me now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
What, will thou make an ass of me again?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
Nay, have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jest, fire you from the mint. You should have begged youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was bought. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you can redeem it by some laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
Oh, it must be a valor for policy I hate. I'm life as a brownest as a politician.
Why then build me thy fortunes on the basis of valor. Challenge me the council to a fight. Put him in the places. My niece shall make good of it. And assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in men's commendation of women and the court of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to it?
Go. Write it in the martial hand. Be cursed and brief words, no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with license of ink. If thou oust him some thrice, it will not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, the sheet of paper be big enough for the better word in England, set him down. Go on. Let it be going up in thy ink, though you write with a loose pen.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but shall not deliver it.
Well, never trust me then, and stir upon the Count's youth for an answer. I think oxen and Weybrook cannot hold them together. For Andrew, if you find so much blood in his liver as will clog the foot with a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And the opposite, his youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look where the youngest friend of mine comes!
You desire the screen and love yourself into stitches. Follow me. Yon Malvolio's turned heathen. Renegado. For there is no Christian that needs to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such an impossible passages of grossness. He is in yellow stockings
And cross-garters!
villainously. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point the letter I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than a new map with the obligation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as this. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. And what she did, he'll smile and take it for a great favor. If you'll see it, you'll be...
Bring us where he is!
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than father's steel, its fervent force. And not all love to see you, though as much as would have driven one to a long voyage. But jealousy what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger often proved rough and unhospitable. My willing love would rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay, but were my worth as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Let's first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, Let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Will you pardon me? I did not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Countess galleys I did some service, of such note indeed that should I be lapsed in this phase, I shall answer.
Belike you slew a great number of his people?
The offense was not of such a bloody nature, albeit the time and quality of quarrel may well have given us bloody argument. It may have since been answered in repaying what I took of them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, should I be taken here, I shall answer dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here is my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephants, best to lie. I will speak our dialogue, so you beguile your time with viewing of the town.
Why your purse?
Happily your eye shall light upon some toy which you have the desire to purchase. And your store is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
Five-minute intermission.
Oh, does she? Oh.
That's old football.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, that's
Send after him, he says he shall come. How shall I feast him? What bestow him? For youth is oft more bought than begged or borrowed. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant of my fortunes. Where's Malvolio?
He is coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed, madam.
Why, what does matter? Doth he rave?
No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he comes, for sure. The man is changing his goods.
Send him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and married madness equal be. How now, Malvolio? Oh.
Sweet lady. Oh.
Mindest thou, I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady? I could be sad. This doth make for some obstruction of the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of it? If it please the eye of one, it is within me as a very true sign of it. Please one, please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to hands that commands shall be executed. I think we both know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, madame, and I'll come to thee.
Heaven restore thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
At your request, yes. Nightingales answer doves.
I appear you in such ridiculous boldness before my lady.
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well meant.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Ah,
Some achieve greatness.
what sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them. Remember who commanded thy yellow stocking. And when you see the ever cross-garter, go to. Thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see He a servant still.
Oh, why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Rossinus has returned. I can hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll go to him. Good Mariah, let this fellow be looked to. Where is Sir Toby? Have some of my people have some special care of him, for I'll not have him miscarried for half my dowry.
Oh ho, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to her, because she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she. Be surly with servants, opposite with the kinsmen. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself in the trick of singularity. And she sets the manner how, as, with a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some sir of note, I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow. Not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous and unsafe circumstance, what can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the foe prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is it in the name of sanctity? Oh, the devils of hell, we drawn him into a legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Oh, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care with him.
Ah, does she so?
Go to. Peace. Must deal gently with him. How now, Malvolio? How's it with you? What man define an elf, considering he is an enemy to man?
Do you know what you say?
And you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it to heart. Pray God we may not be witched. No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Why? How now, my ballcock? How does thou?
Sir!
Hey, come with me. I'll just not grab you to play the character of Satan. Hang him up, Balconia!
Say his prayers, good Sir Toby, get him to pray.
My prayers, mates?
No, I warn you, he'll not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all! You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
This is impossible!
If it were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius has taken the infection upon the device, right?
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air to take. We shall make him mad indeed. Alice will be quieter.
Go. We'll have him in the dark room and mad. I need sorely to believe that he is mad. We make him thus for our pleasure and his penance.
Here's my challenge. Read it. I warrant there's pepper and vinegar in it.
It's so saucy.
Aye, yes. Do but read.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me like a rogue in a villain.
Still, you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Agoof Cheek. If this letter moves him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have some very fit occasion for it. The youth of the council will stay in some commerce with no lady and will by and by depart.
No, sir. Scout me for the count's youth at the corner of the orchard above the maid. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw. And as thou drawest, swear horror. For if it comes to pass off that a terrible oath with a swearing accent and twined out sharply gives manhood raw approbation, then prove itself ever good. Go on to it.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Do not deliver his letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment with his lord and your niece confirms no less. Therefore, that letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. You will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor that will drive the gentleman, as I know the youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so frighten them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices. Here comes your niece. Give way till we take leave, and presently after.
I will meditate on some coordinates for a challenge.
I have set too much onto a heart of stone, and set my honor to and cherry on it. There is something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it would not reprove.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's briefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What might you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor saved me upon asking you?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How may I give on to him what I have given on to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir?
The defense thou hast been taken to it, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
Oh, you'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you'll hold your life at any price, betake you to your God. For I opposite have it what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish men withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is a light, dumb, unhatched rapier, and uncarved consideration. Yet he is a devil in private role. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3. And his insensibleness in this woman is so impeccable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word, give it or take it.
I will once again return into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that purposely put quarrels on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him Mrs. R. Back you shall not to the house. Unless you undertake that with me, which with as much safety you might answer here. Therefore, on no strip your sword stark naked, for well you must that certain, or forswear to wear iron about you.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of this night what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
Why, man, he is a very devil.
Oh, pox on it, I'm not meddle with them.
Right, but he will not now be pacified. I'll make this here sword yonder.
I thought him so valiant and cunning in fence. I was even damned ere I challenged him.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight you for so sake. There he had better bethought him of his quarrel, and he fights it out scarcely worth talking of. Therefore, draw for the support of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me! A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
No, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. The gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. Yet he hath promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, that he will not hurt you. Go on to it!
Oh, I pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you to be against my will!
I take the fault on me, and if you offend him, I for him. I
You, sir? Why, what are you?
One that for his love would do more than you have heard him brag to you, you will.
Nay, you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Sir Toby, here come the officers.
This is the man, to thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee to sue the Concorsino.
You two mistake me, sir?
No, sir, no jot. though you now have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must get away. This comes with seeking you. But there is no remedy, I shall answer it. What will you do? Now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It pains me more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself.
Come, sir, away.
You stand in vain to be of comfort. I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have shown me here today, in part prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Oh, there's half my coffer.
Would you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can laugh personally? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude in a man more than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any other tainted vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth you see here, that I rescued one half from the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which we thought did prove most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauty is evil, are trunks, o ever flourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Thinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true imagination, oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you.
Come here tonight. Come here, Fabia. Will this brother come to the two of those same souls?
He named Sebastian. I my brother know yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was he, and he went still in the same fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
That I'm not sent for you.
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out, the faith. No, I do not know you, nor am not come bid speak to you, my lady Olivia. Nor is your name not Master Cesario. Nor this is not my nose neither. Duh! Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. Thou hast heard the word of some great man, and thou appliest it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid this great lover of the world is overcopy. Prithee now, impart thy strangeness, and tell me what I should vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money do get a good report after 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again, eh? There's for thee!
Why? There's for thee.
Oh!
And there.
Oh!
And there.
Oh!
Are all the people mad?
Hold your own! Or I'll throw your dagger over the house.
This I will tell to my lady straight away.
Come on, sir. Hold!
Nay, let them alone. I'll find another way to go with them. I'll have an action of battery against them through any law in Illyria. So I did strike him first. But it's no matter for that.
Let go thy head.
Come on, sir, I will not let you go. Come on, my young knight, put up your iron. You are well fledged. Come on!
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, then, I must have an answer to this malapert blood from you!
Hold, hold me on thy life, I charge thee, hold!
Madam?
Will it ever be thus, ungracious wretch, food for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners never reached, out
Be not offended, dear Cesario.
Rude to be gone!
I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway thee in this most uncivil and unjust extent against thy fortune. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks these ruffians have lodged up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. You shall not choose to go, but shew his soul for me. You started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense in leaf steep. If it be thus to dream, still, let me sleep.
Nay, come, I pray thee, wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Say so, and so be.
The competitors enter.
Joe bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby. As the old hermit Prague very wittily said with pen and ink, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that?
And is but is.
To him, Sir Thomas.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison!
Who calls there?
Sir Topos, the curate, come to speak to Malvolio, the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz. Go to my lady.
How time of feet? How vexest thou? Talketh nothing but of ladies.
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was man thus wronged. Sir Topaz, I am not mad. They have laid me here, and it is dark.
I am on the centaur! I am one of the gentler ones. I'll speak to the devil himself with courtesy. Yet sayest thou that this house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows as transparent as barricadoes, and clerestories to the north, south, are as lustrous as ebony.
Yet complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. There is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art as puzzled as the Egyptians in their fog.
Well, I say this house is as dark as ignorance. If ignorance were as dark as hell, and I say there was never man thus abused. I am as well in my wits, Sir Topaz, as thou art. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
Then fare thee well.
Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz!
Thou might sit down without the beard and gowny. Seize thee not.
To him in thine own voice. Bring us message how thou findest him. We were well rid of this knavery. If he be conveniently delivered, I would he were, for I am now so far in affairs with my needs that I cannot with any safety continue with this courtier. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me what a lady does.
Fool!
The lady isn't kind, pretty.
Fool!
That's why she's so.
Fool, I say!
She loves another.
Who calls, huh?
Good fool. As ever thou hast deserved well at my name, help me to a candle and some pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Good fool.
Alas, how
Fool, never was man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, you're mad indeed if you're no better in your wits than a fool.
Damn, your proffered me, kept me in darkness, sent ministers to me, asses, and done all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advice would you say the minister is here?
Malvolio, thy faith in heaven's restored. Endeavor thyself to sleep and leave thy vain bibble battle.
Sir Topos?
Maintain no words with him, good fellow.
Who I, sir? Not I, sir.
Marry amen.
I will, sir. I will.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I shall be sent for speaking with you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some ink, and I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well, a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I have, good fool, some light and paper and ink and pen, and deliver what I will set down to my lady, and shall avenge you more than the better bearing of letter ever did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
I am not mad, I tell thee true.
Nay, I will never believe a madman until I see his brains. I will help you to pen and paper and ink.
Good fool, I requite it to the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir. I'll see you again in a vice like the old trice. No need to sustain with his dagger of laugh, in his rage and his wrath, cries a hawk to the devil. Like a mad lad, pare your nails, dad, adieu, good man and devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me. I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was, and there I found this credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceeds all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs in their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If thou meanest well, go with me and with this holy man to the chantry by. There before him and underneath the consecrated roof, plight me with the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may go to peace. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
And lead the way, Father, in heaven so shine that they may duly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good master probably grant me one more request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense, desire my dog again.
friends and the better for my foes.
The better for thy friends.
On the contrary, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
While my friends, they praise me and they make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I'm an ass. So by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused.
Oh, this is excellent.
By my trust, sir, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Will not be the worse for me. So gold.
Ah, I would you could make it a double dealing, sir.
Give me no counsel.
I advise you to put your grace in your pocket and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I would be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio's a good play, but as they say, the third pays for it all.
If only will gold out of me at this throw. If you will but find your lady and tell her I am here to speak with her, perhaps you may wake my bounty further.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared black as Vulcan in the smoke of war.
Orsino, this is that Antonio, here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, and private grapple did I apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas, but distraction.
Oh, pirate, thou saltwater thief! What foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in turn so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio was never yet thief, nor pirate, though I'll admit on basic ground well enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ungrateful boy there by your side, one half from the jaws of death, that I revived, from the rude seas in rose flaming mouth. A wreck past hope he was, his life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without pretension or restraint. All his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where being apprehended his false cunning, not wanting to partake with me in danger, taught him to phase me out of his acquaintance, and did 20 years remove a thing all one would wink, and denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended for his use about a half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, sir, and for 3 months since. No interim, not a moment's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
For thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth has tended upon. But more of that anon. Take him aside. Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth.
What's with my lord, which was he cannot have, wherein Olivia makes him serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam,
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario?
good my lord. My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it's be aught to the same old tune, it is as fat and falsome to my ears, howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
But to perverseness, you uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul the faithfulest offerings hath tendered. What shall I do?
Even what my lord should do, that shall become him.
Why should I not, had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at the point of death, kill what I love? The savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I rip out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, my thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll kill the lamb that I love to spite a raven's heart with a dove.
And I, who so kind, apt, and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love. More than I love these eyes, more than my life, more than all moors, than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested, how am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Has it been so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Yes, husband, can he not deny?
Oh, her husband, sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Hold thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and thou art as great as thou fearest. Welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee in thy reverence here to unfold what thou knowest have newly passed between this youth and me.
A holy contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of rings, in the ceremony of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony.
Thou dissembling cub, farewell. But direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Hold thy little faith, thou hast too much fear.
Oh, for the love of God, a surgeon! Someone presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter, Sir Andrew?
Oh yes, broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. Oh, I'd rather 40 shillings I were at home.
Who has done this?
The Count Gentleman one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil.
My gentleman, Cesario.
Oh, it's lively, there he is! You, sir! You broke my head for nothing, and that I did to you. I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, yet I mistake you fair and hurt me not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, then you have hurt me. Here comes Sir Toby halting. We shall hear more.
How is it with you, gentlemen?
That's all one. Swear to me. And there's the end of it. Sup, did see Dick Surgeon, sup.
He's from Sir Toby, an hour ago. His eyes were set at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, and he's a rogue and a passing mention today. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with them! Who hath wreaked this havoc on them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby. We'll get dressed together.
Will you help? A coxcomb, an ass, and a knave, a thin-faced knave.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less to quit your safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two perspectives? A natural perspective, that is, and is not?
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearst thou that, Antonio?
But how have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is no more twin than these two creatures. But which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalin. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So when he suited to his watery tomb, if spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but I'm in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so did mine.
If nothing lets to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance has placed time, fortune to do coherent jump, that I am Viola.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that. You were to be contracted to a maid, nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, great noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have some share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, I never should have spoke woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Now it remembers me, they say, Malvolio, poor gentleman, is much distract. How does he, Sierra?
He holds Beelzebub at state's end as well as any unanimous case may do. He is here for a letter to you. Should have given it to you today morning.
Read it, you, Sierra.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you've put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
I'm an in.
Bring him hither. See him delivered, Fabio. Dear Lord, these things further thought on to think of me as well as sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it. Here at my house and at my proper cost.
I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done to him, so far against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, you shall henceforth be known as your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
I the same. How now, Malvolio?
Lady, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse this letter. Well, grant it then. And tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bathed me smiling and cross-gartered to you in yellow stockings, and smile and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and, acting on this in an obedient hope, why you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and dull that e'er invention played on. Tell me why!
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I do confess much like the character, but without question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do remember it was first Mariah who told me Dos was mad, who came a smiling, and in all actions presupposed upon me in the letter. Prithee be content. This act is most surely passed upon thee. But when we know all grounds and offers of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl come to taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at, in hope it shall not. Most freely I confess myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance in recompense, whereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them.
I was one in this interlude, one Sir Topaz, but that's all one.
My lord, Phil, I am not mad, but do remember, madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? If you smile not, he skags.
And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenge on the whole pack of you!
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Come, Cesario, for so you shall be while you are still man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When I was a tiny little boy with a hang over the wind and the rain, the foolish thing was not to toy for the rain, it rained every day. When I came to the man's estate with a hang over the wind and the rain, against knives and thieves men shut the gates for the rain, it rained every day. to forget the hand, the wind and the rain. The toss that still had shrunken heads for the rain that cleaned every day. A long while ago, the world begun with the hail, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I just need you to change.
I'm not getting out of my
Please.